I want to, as I said, during the week of All-Stars, you guys know me, very open and honest about my finances. I love to sort of show you guys the back end of streaming and content creation as a whole, just to give you guys sort of an idea of what the money's like. If it's something that you guys kind of want to get into, giving you guys realistic expectations of the kind of money that is in content creation. So today, what I want to go over is the revenue from 1 week of streaming for All-Stars. Now, this is wildly inflated. Wildly inflated because for All-Stars, I normally stream to a couple hundred people on Kick, 200 to 300 people on Twitch, okay? During All-Stars, I was streaming to 1,000 people on Kick, and I was streaming to like 800 on Twitch. Massively inflated numbers. And because of that, made massively inflated revenue. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So first thing, we're going to go over the Kick revenue. I have to do 2 screenshots for this. Because Kick's like back end is like really bad. It doesn't really show everything. So what I'm going to do is just get a couple screenshots up. This was 289. Put that in white. And this was 657. Okay. And then we'll get a screenshot of the rest of the week. Okay. Let's put this in here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is the stream revenue for the week of streams. Now, there's some, like this one here, what happens is, if I start streaming at like, let's say I start streaming at like 6 p.m. on the 3rd of June, and I don't end the stream until 3 a.m. on the 4th of June, all the revenue will just sit on this one day. So some days have like double, and then other days have none. You know what I'm saying? So over the course of the week, if we take, let's get my stats up here. So this was the 30th of May, I believe, the first Deadman stream. And what had happened was on the first Deadman stream, there's like, Kick has its like bot detection system for its KCIP. I don't know exactly how it works, but as far as I'm aware, it takes like your average view count, and then it takes how active your chat is as well. And on the first day of All-Stars, for some reason, I guess the bot detection system wasn't working properly because everyone was hopping between chats, right? I had 1,000 and something viewers, but there's like nobody chatting because everyone's watching 8 different streams. You know what I mean? They're just watching and hopping between chats. You know what I'm saying? So for some reason on the first day, the revenue was down. And this was, I spoke to a couple of other streamers and they said the exact same thing. They got about half of what they should have got. But the first day was an average of 650 viewers for 20 hours. And I made $289. So what's that? $289 for 20 hours, 14 bucks an hour. Not the greatest, not the best. But the next day, when the revenue was fixed, I streamed for a total of 12 hours to 900 viewers. And that was 650 bucks. So 12 hours, 657, that's $54 an hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But then the rest of the week was pretty crazy. What had happened was, on this day here, on June 6th, I decided that I wasn't going to multi-stream anymore. Because what happens on Kick, if you multi-stream, you get paid half, right? Which is about 5 to 6 cents per viewer per hour. Okay. And then if you solo stream, you get about 10 to 12 cents per viewer per hour. Right? And it was around this day on the last few days, I thought, I might just fucking send the solo streams and see how big the number can get. And so this day, about halfway through the day, I stopped streaming on Twitch, just went full solo on Kick. And the revenue for that day, the biggest one was $1,707.68. The next one was $1,104, and then the last one, $1,431. Now, what I want to explain to you guys is, like, obviously this is a fucking crazy amount of money for 7 days work. $6,943 US dollars, USD. And keep in mind, I'm Australian, so every single one of those dollars needs to be multiplied by 1.55 to get converted into dollary dues. So just on Kick, I made 10,761 Australian dollars for the week of streaming. But what I wanted to show you guys and explain is that's obviously wildly inflated because of the amount of viewers that I have had in the stream this week. Normally, like I said, stream to a couple hundred people. This week I was streaming to sometimes a couple thousand. So wildly inflated numbers. For my normal streams, let's say I stream to 200 viewers. Let's say I stream for 6 hours a day. Okay, these 200 viewers equate to, let's say I'm multi-streaming, 6 cents per viewer per hour. That's $12 an hour, right? $12 an hour. And I stream for 6 hours, I'd make $72. No small amount of money. Okay, no small amount of money at all. But I've seen a whole bunch of streamers over the past couple of weeks, like Asmongold, started streaming on Kick, and he's streaming to fucking literally 15,000 people for hours upon hours, and he's trying to tell his viewers, look, you just stream on Kick? I made $30,000 in 2 streams. Like, you are not gonna make that money if you start streaming on Kick, okay? Not to fucking toot my own ass, not to fucking lick my own rectum, not to shove a fucking massive dick right in my fucking throat. I'm a relatively big streamer. 200 viewers is a lot of viewers. And if I stream for 6 hours, I'd make $72. Whereas like Asmongold's out here trying to tell you that you can make 30 grand from 2 streams. Aiden Ross is trying to tell you I made $500,000 in a week. Right? You gotta be smart about it and realize that those are fucking wildly inflated numbers for the most popular streamers. It's crazy. So, you know, just to put it in perspective, let's say you start streaming and you need 75 average viewers to get partnered on Kick to enter the Kick Creator Incentive Program. You have 75 viewers, and let's say you're not multi-streaming, you're just solo streaming on Kick. You get 12 cents per viewer per hour. Let's get the calculator up. 75 multiplied by 0.12. That's $9 an hour. So by the time you get monetized on Kick, you're making $9 an hour. Let's say you stream 6 days a week for 6 hours, right? You stream 144 hours per month. That's a lot of hours. You make $1,300. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give people realistic expectations of what you could see if you're streaming on Kick. There's money there, but don't think that it's going to come immediately. Okay? Like this was my week for Deadman All-Stars, but now I'll show you exactly what it looked like prior to Deadman All-Stars. Okay? I was making thousands of dollars per day, and then this was the month prior. Some days I'd make $20. This day was like 11. $30 here, you know, a couple of these over here were $100. You know what I'm saying? So this is what a normal week for me would look like down here. The biggest stream I would do would make $100. You know what I'm saying? So there is money there. If you are looking to get into streaming, There is money there. Don't get me wrong. But don't expect it to be that high. You know what I'm saying? Now, the kick revenue, we made about, when I was multi-streaming, about 5 cents per viewer per hour. So 5 cents per watch hour, they call it. Now, we can compare that to the Twitch revenue. Now, like I said, I stopped streaming on Twitch for the last few days, but the Twitch revenue over the course of All Stars was also pretty crazy. Much higher than I expected it to be. You know what I'm saying? Much higher than I expected it to be. So, for instance, this day, we'll take this day in isolation right here. And I will give you some stats. So that is $534 from ads and turbo, which is you get paid for people that don't watch the ads as well. It was a total of $418 in revenue for that one singular day. Now, I had 351 average viewers. 351. And I streamed for a total of 17 hours and 40 minutes. Right. And yeah, okay. So that was $418. And the viewer watch hours, let's do this. 351 multiplied by 17.6. 6,117 watch hours. And what did I say? 418? 418 divided by 6177. I made about 6 to 7 cents per hour per viewer on Twitch, which is crazy because the whole mantra of Kick is you go to Kick and you're going to get paid more than you get paid on Twitch. There's more money on Kick than there is on Twitch. That's the whole mantra. But based on this map, that is not necessarily true. I'm getting about 7 cents per viewer per hour on Twitch, and I was getting about 5 cents per viewer per hour on Kick. But the obvious caveat to that, ladies and gentlemen, is in order to achieve these numbers, I was running 22 minutes of ads per hour. 22 minutes of ads per hour on Twitch. So if you were a Twitch viewer, you were watching the stream for 6 minutes, you'd watch 2 minutes of ads. You watch the stream for an hour, you'd watch 20 minutes of ads. Now, the reason I did this, guys, the reason I was playing 20 minutes of ads per hour during All Stars is because I had an inflated viewership. I knew that 90% of the people that were watching me during All Stars were never going to come back. I'm taking the free money. And on top of that, right? On top of that, if someone comes into my chat and complains about too many ads, I'll just type !Kick. There's my Kick stream. You can go over to Kick and watch for free. You don't have to watch the ads. So I was just thinking, I'll take advantage of it during this week. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not take advantage of it? So there were days on Twitch where I got up to about 1,000 viewers, and then that would obviously fall off because nobody wants to watch 20 minutes of ads per hour. You know what I'm saying? So now that Deadman is over, I've dropped that back. Much less ads per hour are getting played on Twitch, which is very nice. Very nice. But yeah, all in all, it was a fantastic boost to the stream. A massive amount of revenue for a lot of streamers. You know, you can basically take this formula and apply it to any other streamer. Not to pocket watch my boy Reese here, but let's just take Reese's All Stars finale stream, okay? It was 5 hours and 33 minutes long, and he averaged 1,924 viewers, okay? So he does 1,924 viewers. He gets about 12 cents per viewer per hour, $230 an hour. He streamed for, how long was it? 5.5 hours, 5.5. That one stream, $1,269. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the streamers, even though there was no prize pool for this Deadman All-Stars, even though there was no prize pool, everyone got paid. Everyone got fucking paid. I'll tell you that much for free. I'll tell you that much for free. There was a lot of money being made for all of the streamers this week, which you got to be happy about. You got to be happy about. But all in all, let's get the total. How much did I make for 1 week of streaming for Deadman All-Stars? There is a 289.25 and a 657.24 plus 694328 plus 269189, $10,581 US, or 16,401 AUD, and I streamed for about 130 hours total, 126 bucks an hour over the course of a week. Pretty fucking good. Cannot complain with that. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked with it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up of what's going on behind the scenes in a streamer's life. And yeah. Oh, what about YouTube vids? The YouTube videos did terrible, by the way. So the first video got uploaded. Unfortunately, we were a little late to the party on that one. So many other streamers had already uploaded their videos, and on top of that, the videos were oversaturated. There's a million videos, and also everyone's still streaming, so people weren't watching the videos. Like, I'll give you an example. If we go to viewstats.com, the Mr. Beast one, and we take someone like C Engineer, right? We'll go to C Engineer's YouTube channel on Viewstats, and we can basically see his stats for the week of uploading. And we can see, go to his videos. My luckiest day on RuneScape, Deadman Mode All-Stars. Let's click on this one. And we can see out of the last 10... Great, I gotta log in. 1 second, guys. Stupid fucking Mr. Beast, man. Fucking hate this guy, honestly. Fucking hate this guy. Sign in. Come on. Okay, there we go. We're signed in. So you can see C Engineer's video was a 10 out of 10. And you might think that's great. Oh, it's a 10 out of 10. No, it is the worst performing video out of the last 10 that he's uploaded. Now, this was his other one from DMM All-Stars. That was also a 10 out of 10, the worst performing video of the last 10. So what had happened was a lot of the streamers that uploaded had their worst performing videos because there were so many videos to watch and so many streams to watch at the same time that people just did not have time. People didn't have time to watch all of these. We take Eliop 14, 10 out of 10 for the most recent upload. Then the one before that was a 10 out of 10. The one before that was a 10 out of 10. So everyone that was uploading was being affected by this. I realized this on day 1, and we'd already finished our day 2 video by the time I said, fuck this, it's not worth it. But this was the first upload, 10,000 views, made $84. Keep in mind, this video cost me probably about $150 to produce. So this video lost me $66. And then the second video, once again, cost me about $150 to produce and made $112. So lost a little bit of money on the YouTube videos, but we decided after the first couple of days not to make those because, yeah, it just wasn't worth uploading. There was just too many people getting around. So take the loss off the profit, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, all in all, a pretty successful All-Stars, guys. Very, very happy with the results, very happy with the revenue made, and very happy with the stream growth as well. I feel like we got a lot of new viewers over the course of the last week that hadn't necessarily seen my streams before. Maybe had heard about me from other streamers that didn't like me, seen a bad clip, and had a bad impression of me. And I think we had a lot of viewers come over and see that I'm a pretty chill guy, pretty funny guy, and I think we got some new regular viewers. You know what I'm saying? New regular viewers. So yeah, that's the revenue for the week of All Stars. Pretty fucking good.